is Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out with heavyweight contender Dillian Whyte.
How you doing, fella?
I'm good. Dillian's tucking into a well-earned lunch after a tough, murderous, villainous, you might say, training session this morning at Loughborough University. We're now at the hotel/B&B where you stay during camp. We're not going to name it because we don't want loads of fans kicking down your door.
Yeah.
But that suffice to say, they treat you very well here.
Yeah.
Just want to start by taking you back a bit. We're going to do a bit of a whistle-stop journey through your life or through your career. You were born, as most people know, in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Didn't come over to the UK until you were 12, is that right?
Yeah.
Just tell us a bit about what you remember from your early life in Jamaica, what it was like compared to what happened over here.
It was hard. It was just hard life, you know. It's out there already, you know. My story's everywhere now. So, you know, it's just hard. I just remember life's been hard and grueling, you know, but come here, well, it was better, but it's still hard and it's still grueling, you know.
And your mum came over here before you to kind of set up a life for you guys over here when you were still quite young.
Yeah,
How tough was that being such a young age and not having a mum around for you?
You know, it is all I knew, you know what I mean? It's what I knew because I was a kid, so, you know, it's all I knew, really. I just knew that I just get used to not having a mum around and just got on with it. Like, not from pillar to post bit by bit, but, you know, that's life, stuff happens.
What I've read in previous interviews, you were talking about, obviously your dad was left to bring you up when your mum came over.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't the most sensitive of fathers, I think you'd agree. But you also credited him with making you the man you become. Just tell us a bit about that relationship and why you give him that credit.
My dad was a physically and mentally hard man. If he wasn't dead, he was alright. And I was brought up that way. I lived that way. And that way pays off in these hard fights and hard times in my career, you know. I'm used to that, you know.
And is it true, the story, I think you told it before, about being on the boat and a kind of unorthodox way of swimming, teaching you to swim?
My dad was a farmer. He was a fisherman. And my dad did whatever he could do to get by, you know what I mean? Nothing that he could make money, my dad would do it. So I remember he was coming back from checking crab pots or something, I think, what it was. About 100 meters or something. I'm sitting in the boat chatting rubbish to these kids splashing in the water. But I couldn't swim. My dad leaned over and kicked me off the boat. Basically, said, "You can learn to swim today."
I shouldn't laugh.
I know, but that's my dad. My dad thinks he's hilarious when he's not. My dad actually thinks he's quite hilarious when he's not.
How old were you?
I was probably like 8 or something, maybe. I don't remember the exact age, but just kicked me off the thing and just carried on rowing his boat. And then I remember a weird feeling when I sunk in the water, got up, sank again, got up, and I thought, shit, if I go in there again, I might not come back up. And then I just went, put my head down and I just went like that, I just swam like that. It was so funny, 'cause I remember I got to the shore. When I was in the shore and the sun, I was still doing that on the sun. I was doing it in the sun.
When they take a fish out of the water.
Yeah, I was doing it in the sun and I was crying. I was like, ah! My dad was just laughing. He thought it was hilarious.
And is he back in Jamaica now, or is he over here?
No,
Your dad?
Dad's in Jamaica.
And do you still speak to him a lot? Does he have much of an influence over your career and stuff?
No, my dad just does his thing, man. I do my thing, you know. That's also what we are, you know. My dad's a proud man. I'm a proud man. He does his thing. I do my thing.
So you came over here when you were 12. Mm-hmm. How much of a... I don't want to ask you 2 long questions, but you still got chicken in your mouth, so you feel like you have to hurry up.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, but how much of a culture shock was it? How different was it from what you were used to when you first got here?
A complete different world. It's like day and night, you know. Simple thing like going to the fridge and there was bread there, or there was milk, you know. Simple thing that's going to the hospital for free, you know what I mean? It's, you know, some things that people take these things for granted, but, you know, I know what it's like to not have any of that, you know. Different lifestyle. I had a mum and brothers and sisters, something that I didn't really have, you know, and people I could turn to, you know. For years I was just I trying to do everything myself. I'm still like that now, but you know, It was just completely different, man. It was like, it was just a whole different, it was crazy. But I adapted to it. And the salad is huge.
You'd been in London probably about a year when you became a father for the first time.
Yeah.
The tender age of 13, which isn't a common experience. How did you deal with that at such a young age?
I just got on with it, you know what I mean? I just know to get on with stuff. I'm not really a complainer or whinger. I just get on with stuff. That's one thing I know to do, to survive and get on.
Did you not worry about money and how you were going to provide for a child? Like, you were still at school.
I was a hustler, man. I just did what my dad did. Whatever he could do to get money and get by. That's, you know, that's another thing that he taught me.
But it was easier for him in a sense, well, not easy obviously, but easier for him in a sense that he could do things like fishing and farming and things like that. You didn't really have that environment growing up in where, you know, Tulse Hill or Brixton or wherever it was.
You find a way, man. If you want to find a way, you find a way. So that's how you find a way, you know.
And some of those ways maybe led you down the wrong path as well. Would you go along with that?
Yeah, but that's neither here or there, man. I just find a way. You know, looked after my kid, done my friend. Showed the best dad I could be. That's all that matters, really. If it led me down the wrong path or not is irrelevant, you know.
And how did you first get into kickboxing? Because it was kickboxing before boxing.
To get out of trouble. I was fighting, hanging around the streets, running around, doing crazy stuff, getting into trouble. A friend of mine took me to the gym because I was always fighting and in trouble. Said, listen, try this, and I tried it, fell in love with it. And it took up my time. I was tired most of the time from training, so I said, less time in the street, more time in the gym.
When you were like running the streets and doing all that stuff before you found boxing, how close did you come to the point of no return? It's always a cliche, boxers saying, you know, a lot of my friends are dead, if I hadn't found boxing I could be in prison, all of that. How close did you come to you couldn't go back?
That's why I don't like telling the story too much, because everyone uses it too much, but I came close, you know. A few times I could have died. A few times I could have, you know, done things to people or whatever. I've been in prison, life in prison or dead or whatever, but you know, these things happen for a reason, man. I learn a lot from them. Making me a better human being, a better father from them.
Is it true that one time when you got shot, you took the bullet out yourself with pliers, or has that been exaggerated?
No, it's true, because, you know, my mum is the only person in this world that I have so much respect for. I'm scared of upsetting her and disappointing her. I got shot, I couldn't go to the hospital, so I just had to do what I had to do. Yeah. Was
she at all aware of that sort of what you were doing to hustle and stuff? Or
no,
was she
my mum was just a good boy at home. When I left home, I was a different person. You know, I saw, you know, my mum.
Does she know
a couple
now,
times I got arrested and got brought home by the police and that, but.
So what does she think now when she reads about it in the paper and stuff?
I tell my mum everything. You know, after a while, as I got older, I tell my mum everything. My mum knows, you know.
And you obviously got into boxing at Miguel's, or kickboxing initially. And what made you switch from kickboxing to traditional boxing? Because you were doing very well at kickboxing. You were one of the best in the country, if not the best. Why switch to traditional boxing?
Went to the boxing gym to learn to box.
For kickboxing initially? Right.
I started spotting the likes of Chisora, David Hay, Price, those kind of guys, and then I thought, whoa, these guys are the best in the country. I might have a chance at this, and then one thing led to another, man. You know, this guy's been boxing for like 10 years. I've been boxing since I was like 8. And I was like, oh, I'm doing alright with these guys. And then one thing led to another.
And before we kind of move on through your career, you said one of the people you sparred with early on was Dereck Chisora, so you obviously know him a long time. What was he like back then? What was your relationship with him like back then?
He was still a dick, still ignorant and still arrogant at the time. You know, but I get it. You know, he was young, he was in his prime, he was British champion. So he thought he was the man at the time, you know. I was just a nobody. I was probably with a white wife beater on, some flower Hawaiian shorts and some black pencils. I didn't know boxing.
That looks like Tyson Fury inspiring now, to be honest.
You know.
And did he kind of treat you like he thought he was superior to you?
Yeah, of course he did. I saw Dereck treats everyone. Even on Saturday night out, he treats people like that at clubs and stuff. You know, like, I was just glad because I was getting work, getting some cash, and I was getting some experience. I was just like, I walked up the street, nothing, no one never had no interest in me, no one knew about me, and I was giving good work, you know. I was glad Lex Robert McCracken and Carl Frotch and Dale was there a couple of times, Spencer Fair, and you know, and I remember seeing these guys on TV and I was like, oh wow, that's Carl Frotch, that's, you know, McCracken, that's Spencer Fair, and you know what I mean?
Howard Eastman probably at the time as well?
I didn't think Howard Eastman was around at the time.
Okay.
He never saw the gym session. But yeah, Howard Eastman was on TV. I'm saying at the time when I was sparring, Chisora, these guys was present, you know?
And you struggled to get fights once you switched to traditional boxing because amateur boxing politics, they kind of frown upon people from a kickboxing background, is that right?
Yeah, but there's so many people that's come from kickboxing background. I think both Klitschko's, Salomon Oman, like loads of guys.
ABA affiliated clubs.
This country is one rule for one and the next rule for other, you know what I mean? It's just rubbish.
If they hadn't have taken that stance, do you think you'd have turned pro later than you did?
Mm-hmm.
You got a bit more seasoning as an amateur?
I basically got told we went to a meeting, we're not giving you a license back, go pro, I don't box. And I thought, alright then, I ain't got much choice, so.
So you're kind of learning on the job.
I'm still learning the job now.
Do you still feel that then? Do you still feel like you're playing catch up?
Yeah, but what's that, 25 fights as pro? And 6 or 7 amateur fights, you know, that's nothing. No, that's nothing. But I don't care about that.
I was going to say, doesn't that ever get to you then? Because you can never make up for the years you lost. However hard you train or whatever, you're always going to have started a little bit later than some of the others.
Well, you do. The great thing about sport is there's no way set in stone for sports, you know. There's no saying, oh, well, I'm taller, I'm big, I'm stronger, so I'm going to win, or I'm more experienced, I'm going to win. No, it usually does work a lot of the time. But there's a few exceptions to the rule. And you know, I'm not one for toot my own on, but I believe I could be considered as one of those. Yeah.
Went to the Anthony Joshua fight on Sky box office. Huge fight early in your career.
Yeah, I'm the one that actually made that fight a box office fight. It was a normal Saturday night fight.
Because of the past history or because of the talking or both?
Because of the past history and the talking. Because up until about a few weeks out or something, I think it was a normal Saturday night fight. But because obviously what I brought to the table and the excitement and the
fact that in your amateur debut you beat Joshua, which is quite a big thing for your amateur debut in hindsight.
Yeah. And that was the start of my problems. Because he was targeted to go to the Olympics.
Right.
You know, because you see in the amateurs, they look for guys and they see, okay, we can do this with him, we can do that with him. Give me the front runner, GB boxing, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he's good, but it's a bit rough around the edges. It's good, but we don't want nothing to do with him, you know. That's my problem. I beat Anthony Joshua.
And then you struggled to get fights.
You know, they kept on taking my card away for no reason. Like, I have a tournament coming up, I was training. 2 weeks before a tournament, Joshua's in the tournament, they would suspend my card.
Have you kind of felt like that ever since, that Joshua's kind of the establishment guy, the company guy, whereas you're kind of the one that's been unsung and undervalued?
I let people make their own mind up. I'm not here to criticise her or whatever. You know, he's doing well, he's doing his thing. Good luck to him and God bless him and all that other crap, but, you know, I am me. People see me, they see what I do. They see how hard I work, they see how stubborn I am, how gallant and brave I am, and I never stop.
How do you look back at the Joshua fight now? Because although you weren't 100% fit, it looked like it came maybe a bit too early in your career as well. Do you see it as a valuable learning experience regardless?
Yeah. That's made me take myself away from London and then appear in Loughborough. And now, I've been doing what he's been doing for 10 years, I've been doing it for 3 years. And I feel a massive difference.
And was that what prompted you to move from, because you were with Chris Oko initially, to Mark Tibbs, who you're with now?
Well, I've had 3 trainers my whole career. Chris, Johnson Banks and Mark Tibbs. No. With the hunger to progress and improve, I drove into those places, and then when I got there, things wasn't working out. I was progressing, but not to a level where I believe I could. So, and then I look at what was in and around me, other fighters and what they're doing. Realised I need to do something drastic, but intelligent at the same time, and that's what I've done, man.
And why Mark Tibbs? Did you know him already?
And, Mark had a lot of experience, Mark been helping his dad train fighters for years.
Yeah.
Jimmy get a lot of the credit, but Mark's been doing a lot of the work. It's understandable, but. And, and then I went down to the talk with Mark. He said, yeah, you're right, son, bit of this, bit of that, bit of this, I realised I wasn't trying to change my style. The other trainer was just trying to improve. But have I had something else I combine, whatever, we clicked straight away. When I see him after the first session, I said, yeah, let's start training together. I think he was more shocked than anything, And then we just rolled on.
What does training up here in Loughborough offer you that you wouldn't get training exclusively in London?
The science, the professionalism, just having someone managing your whole salary centre system, before he starts moaning at me. Oh, when you're sending me meals? No, my nutritionist, I gotta send him my weight in the morning, my weight in the night, my meals and all that crap, but yeah. Professionalism, that's it. I've always trained hard, I've always worked hard, but not properly. You can run as hard as you want. If you're not running with the right technique or the right, then it's kind of pointless. Some guys that can naturally do it, but for the majority, technique and experience is important. Loughborough's got years of experience in training Olympic level athletes. All I knew about training was to go and lift weights and train hard and run, and that's it. I never had no amateur system, no amateur setup, no GB setup, so I didn't know about training. I just knew I could punch and stuff, and I could, and I had a lot of heart. And that's what I did. I just worked on that up until 16 and now.
I first interviewed you before one of your earliest pro fights on Box Nation, and you seemed very shy. I remember from that interview, didn't have much to say.
No, I was just reserved because, I'm from a different life from most people. So until you know the system, you're a bit like, I don't know. People's recording me or something, but I don't know, what I'm saying. But
you're thinking, what do they want?
Yeah.
Like, how can they use me for their own?
Yeah, because I've never been important to no one before, you know what I mean? I've always been that backstreet kid with no options, no backing, no nothing. So.
But are you more accepting of that now? Can you understand why people want a piece of you?
Of course. I've evolved. I'm a completely different person.
That's what I was going to say. You seem a lot more open now, a lot more trusting now.
Well, not trusting. I don't really trust people any, but I'm open and secure in myself. I have confidence. I understand more experience now, and I'm just saying, no one can't really mess with me. You know what I mean? If you mess with me, then we have a problem. I still have that mindset, but I just understand.
Is it hard to have that mindset though as a professional boxer, because you can't afford to be like getting into scraps on the street, on road, or whatever?
No, I'm not getting just scraps on the street and the road, but if you're in my face trying to do me something, you're gonna do me something, then I'm not gonna stand there and say I'm a professional boxer, do me this. No, I'll take you down and then deal with it after.
Like Chisora found out when you did the first gloves are off for the first fight and you threw the water.
Cisora's a madman, Chisora is a bit of a Cisora's a bit.
Do you think he did it just to provoke you though? Do you think he did it because he knew that you'd react?
I don't think he did. He just did it because Dereck just do whatever his mind took. I think he gets nervous sometimes and he just reacts, and I think he just goes, the same guy that snapped at a 6-year-old man and told him that he was going to kill him because the man took his car park. His parking space at Tesco's or some nonsense. And Dereck says, I don't think he even himself knows what he's doing.
When you did the recent gloves were off, I think it was last week, wasn't it, Friday? Was it as fiery as, I mean, don't give away too much because he hasn't been seen yet, but was it as fiery as the first time round?
In a different way. Wasn't any punches or anything flying, but in an intelligent way, you know.
Kind of low key.
You know, sometimes I understand that a fight's not with my fist, you know, sometimes it's with my intelligence, you know, my body language and other things, you know. So yeah.
A lot of people are expecting this fight to go differently to the first one, mainly because you've improved so much. You seem to be more of a thinking boxer these days. Would you go along with that?
Chisora said he's improved more than me, so they need to be watching him. You know, he said he's improved more than me. Have you interviewed him yet?
Not for this fight, no. I've interviewed him before.
No.
Anything you want us to ask him specifically when we do?
No. Ask him about his right eye.
Okay. Anything more on that, or are we going to keep it cryptic until we speak to him?
I'm going to talk something about his right eye. Until it's responsive. After he fought me, he disappeared for a while. I heard about his right eye.
Do you think this fight will be a bit more evenly paced than the first fight? A bit more thinking than the first fight?
He said he's coming to sick and destroy.
What
he
says?
says. Just come to get a W, man. You know me, man. Someone needs to get put away, I put him away. Someone needs to get outboxing, you know?
But some people say you had the ability, at least, to outbox Chisora in the first fight, but you didn't because you like having a brawl, a scrap, a rumble. Will you be more able to control those impulses this time round, do you think? Because you don't like it.
You never know, man. Boxing, you know, you spend weeks going through the game plan. Sometimes you go there and it goes down, innit? You know? But we'll see. If you're going for boxing and combat sport, it's only a matter of time before our questions is answered.
You're on a great run of form at the moment. Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker, even Helenius.
Hard fights, man.
Hard fights, but fights you've won well, you've won clearly. Do you think now that you're the best contender to have never had a world title fight? Not all time, current best contender to never have.
I'll let the people make their mind up on that, man. And I beat who's put in front of me. I do what's required of me, and that's it. I'll let people. People make their own mind up and their own decision, you know.
What a lot of people will ask is, now you've paid your dues, you've had this great recent run of form against top contenders, why did you need, well, you may not have needed to, why did you choose to take the Dereck Chisora rematch? You didn't have to.
I know, but what's the point of me fighting some cabbage on the road that no one knows about? No one wants me fight no cabbage. And the champions is busy. So what do they sit around like Stavern and wait 2 years and then got there, had a few rounds of boxing in 2 years and get blow off in a round? Makes no sense. That's what's killing heavyweight boxing. In the 70s, the 80s and 90s, guys fought each other. You know, and that's what I'm trying to do, you know?
Do you feel like the winner of this, especially if it's you rather than Chisora, do you feel like the winner of this has got a good shot at Joshua in April?
I don't care about what Joshua is in April. I don't care about all that. I just care about riding a donkey to the well. December. We'll talk about Joshua Wills after that, you know?
Do you get impatient waiting for this world title shot, or do you see it the more time you wait, the more
I'm just sort of used to it now, man. It is what it is, man.
But it's more time for you to get better, isn't it? More time for you to do the catching up you talked about.
It is, but you know, it's a funny one, man. I'm just trying to live my best life, man. That's all.
Well, we obviously wish you the best of luck in the Chisora rematch. Hopefully you won't need luck. It's what you say, isn't it? And best of luck finishing that huge lunge in front of you. You seem to be making some progress.
It's just sort of salad, man.
It's just never ending, yeah.
It's just so much salad. You know what it is? Because I'm in a calorie deficit, so they're trying to fill me up with vegetables and
calorie dense food, yeah. I don't know much about that, as you can probably tell. But
no, because I'm on like 3,000 calories a day, which is a lot less than I usually eat. So we've got getting 3,000 healthy calories in a day, it's crazy.
Well, it's hard to do, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I can have 2 milkshakes that's got 2,000 calories each in them. You know.
When you came in, I was eating a bacon sandwich and chips.
No,
So I apologise for that.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it. You know, everyone's staying in their lane. You know, that's my current lane. That's your current lane. You know, we're in 2 different stages of life. And you enjoy it.
I'm not preparing for a Sky box office fight. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Anytime soon.
I'm sure you've worked hard, so you know you're enjoying yourself. I mean,
That's very kind of you to say.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's the truth. You know, no point in me sitting here saying, "Oh, yeah, you're this and you're that." No, if you're enjoying your life, enjoying it. If you're happy, eat what you want, man. Life is short, you know. Eat what you want.
Are you happy generally? I mean, maybe not right now, tucking into the salad, but
I always say to people, I'm the middle man. I'm never happy. I'm never sad. I'm just in the middle.